YouTubers, it's me, Morgan Tracy J, coming right now from my yoga mat. I finished my workout and I took my shower and I was like, let me go ahead and record this word before the sun gets up and so I can get my day started, all right? Well guys, I want to tell you, today I want to talk to you about get into position. Honestly, there's been plenty of seasons in my life where I don't feel like I was actually in the correct position to receive the blessings of God. I remember when God would be calling me out of relationships and to live a lifestyle that was acceptable to Him, I wasn't willing to get into the position to receive the gift of singleness, to receive the gift of celibacy. And so what I want to tell you today is there's a lot of times our blessings don't really get to us because we're not in the correct position. I noticed many times in my life that I wasn't willing to plan. I wasn't willing to even sit down and say, God, what do you want from me? What is this passion you're putting inside of me? Where are you leading me? I wasn't willing to just sit down and create something. I was too afraid that if I took a step, it might be the wrong step and then I would be like deemed to hell or something. But the honest truth about it is God just said, take the first step and I will put you in the correct position. I just need you to be willing to step out. What I understand is over the time and over the years of my walk with God is there's been plenty of years where I sat in faith because I wasn't willing to get into the position God was calling me into. And I want to say, is this the same for any of you? Have you ever found yourself not willing to get into a position because you were afraid? I remember there were times when I would feel in my spirit like, hey girl, eat better. Hey girl, work out. Hey girl, do this. Hey girl, do this. Hey girl, do this. I would hear this in my spirit, but guess what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't move because guess what? I was afraid. I just thought that might not be God. That might just be me. What if I do it and I fail? What if nothing works out? But I want to tell you, a lot of things actually just start with ideas. A lot of my video content, a lot of other YouTubers, a lot of devices that we use started as an idea. I want to tell you that. And so I want to tell you, if you're not careful, you will never get into the position because you're too afraid that your ideas mean nothing. But a lot of time, your ideas is just a door that God wants to give you to somewhere else. When I was 21, 22, God gave me the idea to do a fast and to document it on YouTube. That started my YouTube channel. It was just an idea. That's all it was, to do a water fast, okay? And so that's what I want to tell you guys, is understand God is going to speak through you also through ideas, through creativity, through things that come up in your mind. And so I want to tell you, be willing to get yourself in the position to receive these blessings. If you're too afraid to get into position, you're going to stand on somewhere for so long that eventually that thing's going to just fall out from underneath you, okay? You're going to be standing on a relationship so strong, and when that relationship falls out from underneath you, you're going to be standing there saying, God, why did you let this happen? But the honest truth is God was calling you to get into position far before that. God has been calling you to get into a position to receive His goodness, to receive His blessings, to receive His understanding, to receive His wisdom, to receive His revelation. And I want to tell you that you have to be willing to get into position, okay? And it says it in the Word, do not wait for the perfect season to start to sow. If you wait for the perfect season, you will never get to sow. If a lot of people waited till they had the money, till they had the loan, until they had the sponsorships, until they had the numbers, they would have never got started. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of bloggers today, if they waited until they had big numbers, we would not even know half of them. No one would get started. Everyone started with the same numbers. And so that's what I want to tell you today, is be willing to get into position, to embrace what God is wanting to give to you. And if He's putting something inside of your heart that says, you know, I need to work out more. I need to eat better. You know, I need to do this better. I need to start that business. You know, I need to actually start sitting down and planning for my blog. You know, I need to start. If He's putting desires in you like this, I want to tell you, all you have to do is sit down and start planning. God will take over the rest. I don't know how many times I planned out my ministry before it was even my ministry. And through the journey, He actually rerouted me. He took me from one idea of the ministry to another idea of the ministry. And so that's what I want to tell you. It's okay, but He has to have something to lead. You have to be willing to plan and say, God, you know what? I planned this, but I know You will direct my steps. I know You will direct me, Lord. I know you're walking with me. You're guiding me. And that is how you get into position. Sometimes position for each of us may be surrendering. Sometimes position may be sitting down and just planning. Maybe getting in position may be letting some things go. Maybe getting in position is having getting rid of that unforgiveness. Maybe getting in position is literally just clearing out your mind and telling God, I want You. Maybe getting in position is literally just being honest and open about your heart's desires, what you really want. Maybe that job that you're working really ain't what you want. You know, sometimes getting in position is just being honest about what's going on inside. Getting in position to receive God's blessing starts with you acknowledging you do not have all day and every year to wait to sow. If you wait for the perfect season, you may miss out on your seasons. You may miss out. We don't even know how long we have to live anyways. So don't wait for a perfect season. Don't focus on the wind or the naysayers or the people that look at you. Start to sow, because you don't even know what if everything you sowed, you actually reaped. Okay? Think of that. If you begin to sow discipline, if you begin to sow righteousness, if you begin to sow into other women's lives or other people's lives, if you begin to sow, guess what? What if you reap everything? What if you reap that harvest? Okay? So I want to tell you, stop waiting for the perfect season and get into position now to receive your blessing. All right, guys, I love you so much. I pray you got blessed by this word. Be sure you like, you subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow morning. I pray you got your morning fix. Bye, guys.